Hello, say a fantastic day to you. How can we be of service at this time?
I'd like to start a particular topic today, which is about cats. Um, and the reason is that we have a cat. We have a family cat, and the family cat was an outdoor cat in Cambodia. And when we moved here to Rome, we've brought the cat here, who is now an indoor cat in a apartment. 7 years old, so kind of middle-aged in cat terms, and it does seem to suit the personality, this change. But I wanted to start possibly, if you have the ability to tune into our particular cat and read how things are for him.
Well, he is a bit depressed, you could say, in the way that cats experience that. The habitual smells and sights are not available. And in this way, he feels a bit confined and surprised by this new environment. And you may find that more house plants, some catnip, and toys are some things that can help him feel a little bit more energized. You may even find that occasionally taking him to a park on a leash is something that he i- enjoys to an extent, even if there are aspects of it that can be challenging, certainly for both you and the cat.
Yes. So I'm curious in general about this relationship between humans and cats, and if there's a psychic ability in cats. Can you speak about this?
Yes, cats are able to tune into human energies, emotional energies, and they are able to, in a scientific way, you'd say co-regulate with humans, and they do it very well. From an energetic perspective, we would say that they absorb emotional energy to transmute it. And so often cats will come and sit in your lap in moments when they know that you're feeling a bit stressed or upset. Sometimes you don't even know that you're feeling emotional until you meet the cat. And as they sit and they cuddle with you, they take in some of the energy that you need to process. And eventually that when they get bored, they go off and they allow that energy to transmute in their system. They are especially potent at doing this even when they sleep. So sometimes when they fall asleep purring in your lap, they're doing high level energy work on you, you could say. And yes, this relationship has served you in many ways as cats evolved, domesticating themselves, as it is said, to come close to humans and to share with them, to receive support from them, and just as much to support them. Humans were attracted to the beauty and intelligence of cats, and also the fact that they kept things energetically and physically clean. As in, the cats ate the mice, and cats in this way took care of many of the vermin that could lead to disease and reduction in food supplies. So, in this way, cats clean up both the emotional energy and the risk around health for humans. So, you could say that the cats are one of the greatest protectors of humans.
That's very interesting. I've often felt that cats have a psychic ability to see beings that we don't, and to protect the family that they're with. Is this true?
Yes, sometimes cats see subtle energies. They could be multidimensional energies that you might attract through your own energy field. Sometimes they see ghosts. Sometimes they see nature spirits and other phenomena of this nature.
And in general, I feel this bonding where they are very loyal and protective to the family they're with.
Yes, this is true as well.
One thing I noticed is that we've moved to a new place in Rome. But once the cat was here, it really made it a home. It was, I mean, we were here with each other, but the fact that the cat was there made the walls, made the furnishing feel like home. What was really happening there?
The cat is in some way grounding your own connection to the space. The cat was part of the family, and so without the cat, you might have felt incomplete. Though just as much as you said, cats are cleaning energy. So as they move through the physical space, often they clear up the energetic debris that you leave behind. They explore in ways much deeper than humans can. So they pick up on all of not just the invisible energies, but the scents left behind, the remnants of past moments alive in all of the spaces. So, in this way, yes, cats psychically scan and protect the spaces that they inhabit.
I've also heard Bashar saying that there is communication between ETs and cats, and the ETs can actually look through the eyes of cats to sort of spy on humans. What's that about?
Well, cats have soul counterparts just as much as humans do. So, some cats connect with their ET soul counterparts. Some of them are also feline in nature, and others are not. But again, that bleed through phenomena can happen. And certainly it happens with animals as well, that they allow for part of their own oversoul to express through them. And sometimes you might feel a supercharged look from a cat that lets you know that they're far more intelligent than just the simple animal in front of you.
Cats can be very standoffish, but when they get to know you, I mean, they don't appreciate being looked in the eye or looking you in the eye. And then when they do, they look so deeply in your eyes. It really is extraordinary.
Yes, it's a sort of transmission. They're very aware of what they're doing and they're extremely sensitive. And so they only look in your eyes in moments where your energy is settled and meets them. If there is too much stress or friction, they will be more reserved.
So what is it when the cat turns over and it exposes its tummy? What's happening there? Seems to be a lot of trust.
Yes, there's trust, there's playfulness. They are exposing their undersides. They're wanting to get intimate and close. And certainly it just feels very good for them when they're stroked there.
Our cat is very fussy. I think in general cats can be fussy, but our cat is particularly fussy about what it eats. We have one make of cat food that it likes, and it actually likes the dry food and doesn't like canned food. It doesn't like much fresh food. It doesn't like milk. What's going on with the diet of this particular cat?
Well, cats are very sensitive to their own digestion and they know when something is good for them and when it isn't. So if they refuse to eat a certain food, it's important to listen to it usually, unless in rare cases in which they stop eating altogether, then of course they should be taken to the vet as quickly as possible.
Okay, have you any other advice about cats, like for a general public, things people might want to know?
Cats might not seem that social, but they are. For cats, simply being in the same space with you is an act of bonding. So don't think that just because your cat doesn't pay as much attention to you as you'd like, that your cat loves it when you leave it alone for long periods of time. Often, this is creating a great degree of stress for cats, and it can lead to experiences of distrust. And sometimes, if the cats are left alone long enough, it can even lead them to a long series of problematic issues with urination in the house. It can become a sort of trauma for them, even if they don't necessarily show it at first. And so, when possible, always make sure that you bring your cats to sitters who can stay with the cat physically. That isn't to say never leave your cat if you don't have a choice, but recognize that it has more of an effect than you might hope. And yes, we would say as well that cats are doing better when they're left to their own devices. If there's another cat or even a small dog that they've gotten to know well that shares that space together with them. Now, cats can be deep allies in your own healing as they do clear your energy and clean the energetic space. And it isn't just as important to note that too many cats can just as much clutter a space. So everything that we say here must be taken contextually. If you have more cats than you're capable of caring for, eventually it becomes a bit counterproductive and creates more chaos than it solves. Cats are hyper attuned. And so if you find that the cat lays on a place in your body, there might be something to do with a chakra or organ close to where cat is. Cats are just as much part of your soul family. So when you have them around, consider them a part of your spirit team. They are with you not just in their physical bodies, but in their spirit forms as well.
Thanks very much. I think that's all for today then.
All right, then, our great thanks and our unconditional love to you. We wish you a fantastic rest of your day.
Okay, thank you. Ciao for now.
On the spaceship of Babel, we are gliding through the stars on a 5-year mission beyond Jupiter and Mars. A celestial encounter on a future Noah's Ark, and you won't hear us coming, so whisper in the dark. There's an Ewok close behind me as we try to disembark here. Obi-Wan Kenobi as we whisper in the dark.